Let's continue.
Okay.
All right. Back to presentation. Let's check together the weight and weight method graph. Here, the graph drill pipe pressure will drop from ICP to initial circulation pressure till kill mud reach to the pit, then hold constant to the end for the circulation. For the casing, here while building up increase then decrease. When it is come around the drill string, then it start to increasing up maximum expansion when the influx at the choke, then it start to drop and drop again when the influx reach to the the kill mud reach to the choke, and it has become zero at the end for the circulation. This is in detail, the weight and the weight method. You can have a look on that one. Now we'll talk about well control challenges or well control complication. When you start your killing operation, you may face one or more than one problem while killing the well. It can be in surface or in downhole, related to surface or downhole. There is a lot of problem can happen while well control operation. The most common one in this table, it can have problem in pump or in the choke or in the drill string. So what is the first action you should do in this situation? You need to shut in the pump, secure the well. Shut in the well and secure, investigate the problems, and you will continue your operation. The most common one, especially in simulation or simulator exam, you will take only one problem during the killing operation. Let's look at this table. First problem is a choke washout. You have washout in the choke. That means you cannot control the pressure for the well. So the first pressure will drop. It will be the casing pressure. After lagging time, the drill pipe pressure will drop. The lagging time here, or the delay time, rule of thumb, it is 1 second per 1,000 foot measured depths inside the well. So the pulsation will travel down from choke, down the annulus, up again from the pit to the surface to read the change the in drill pipe gauge. For example, if you have well 5,000 foot, so if you close the choke or open, you will respond, the drill pipe gauge, you will respond after 10 seconds, 5 seconds down and 5 seconds up, okay? After that, bottom hole pressure will drop. This is influx situation when the choke is washed out. Pit level in the tank level, it will be same or static. What you should do when the choke is washed out, you need to shut down the well, shut down the pump first, and close any valve in the upside for the remote choke. For example, you close the HCR valve, which is the easy and the quick method to control the well. And after that, I will line up to the another or the backup remote choke on the choke manifold to continue our operation or killing operation. If you have only one remote choke, you need to fix the remote choke before you continue. For driller method and weight method, to control the pressure for the hole, you need only to use the remote choke, not the manual one, okay?
Yeah.
Second problem is a choke plugging. The reverse, you will see jump in casing pressure, partially or completely plugged. Then drill pipe pressure after lagging time will be raised up. So bottom hole pressure will coming up, bit level will be same. Third problem, hole or washout in the drill string. Anything or any problem related to the drill string, it will reflect only in the drill pipe gauge. without effect on the casing side. Okay, any problem happen in the choke, it will affect first in the choke or casing pressure, and after that in the drill pipe pressure. Let's put this as a rule. Okay.
Okay.
Hole in the drill string, drill pipe pressure will be dropped. Casing pressure will be same. So bottom hole pressure no change because the casing is constant. So and bit level no change. Another problem is lost circulation. So first drill pipe pressure drop, followed by casing, bottom hole pressure drop, bit level will be dropped. That's why we need to monitoring the level for the tanks during killing operation. One nozzle blown out, one nozzle lost. The problem is related to the drill pipe only. So the pressure for the drill pipe will drop, casing pressure no change, bottom hole pressure no change, so bit level also no change. The difference between nozzle lost and hole or wash in the string is the pressure trend on the drop. Here the pressure will be slowly, here is sharp drop one time for the nozzle. One nozzle plugged, so the pressure will be built up, casing pressure, bottom hole pressure, bit level no change. Pump failure, SPM it becomes 0 one time, so drill pipe pressure drop, casing pressure drop, bottom hole pressure drop, bit level same. Here you need to shut in the well and then line up to the backup pump. That's why from beginning we said take 2 SCR value for minimum 2 pump in place. Okay, this is the most common problem. When you have washout in the drill string, according to the well control, it is not advisable to continue your killing operation because you already pump it from not from bottom, from another area. And if you continue pumping, you may lose your hole, your string in the hole and cut your string. So in this case, you will switch to another method. It's called volumetric method. Okay.
Okay.
Here we'll talk about the volumetric method. Make unmute, please.
Huh?
I think Mr. Saleh, you need to say something.
Mr. Saleh, you are muted.
Yes,
right now.
Yeah, Mr. Saleh.
Can you see? Can you hear?
Yeah, okay, now.
Okay. Now let's make it clear one more time. If we have any washout in drill string,
yeah,
it is not recommended to continue to control the well under this condition, right?
Yeah. You will switch to another method. It's called volumetric method.
Okay.
You cannot continue circulation. If you continue circulation, you will not kill the well from the bottom, and also the washout will be enlarged, so you may cut your drill string in the hole.
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks. Now we'll talk about volumetric method. This one unconventional killing method really is not circulation method. Only we use volumetric method to control the migration or the expansion for the gas inside the well pool. We didn't pump anything inside the hole, only we bleed calculated volume from the choke, allow the gas to take its place to expand, controlling the surface pressure for the casing in controlled way till the gas reach under the BOP or to the choke. This is the objective for the volumetric method.
Again, Mr. Hani?
The volumetric method is non-circulation method to kill the well from the bottom. It is
Okay.
only used to control the migration for the gas inside the well pore.
Okay.
Okay. What is the volumetric method here? You allow the gas to expand to the surface by bleed off amount of mud. The amount for mud is calculated amount related to pressure increase in the surface gauge. Holding bottom hole pressure constant while the gas is expanding in controlled way till reach below the choke or below the BOP through the drill pipe pressure. Casing pressure allowed to increase to compensate for the mud bleed off from the well till the gas reach to the surface. And after that, the casing pressure now is high, but still below the mass value because I controlled the calculation for the volumetric method. I will start after that. Another way is called lubricate mud and bleed gas from the hole till the gas is out and replaced by mud. Till now, I didn't kill the well from the bottom. I just pumped distance below the BOP, replace the gas by mud. So I need to find solution to run back to bottom to control the well with wet and weight or driller method. When I can, in which situation I can use the volumetric method. There is calculation for volumetric method, actually is not in the objective for that course. You need to know, understand the concept. The volumetric method will take long time. You have trained crew actually. In this method to bleed off amount for delta V volume from that choke, you will bleed off to small tank, which is called a stripping or trap tank. And also in bleed off, you can use in this case the manual choke and the remote choke. Yes, Mr. Sal.
Mr. Hani, is this a drilling supervisor responsibility for the volumetric or something specialist on this thing?
Actually, all calculation for well control is related to the supervisor.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is different course, or what's the best way to understand it and
I can send to you file in the group today about
Okay.
example for calculation for volumetric one. For volumetric
Okay, please.
calculation. Okay.
Please.
To be aware about that one.
Okay.
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 There is another course also called volumetric or combined stripping volumetric method. When you try to run back to the bottom and you have gas in the bottom, so the gas you need to control by volumetric method. Same time you need to bleed off closed-end displacement. So you will bleed off to volume to control bottom hole pressure till you reach to the bottom to kill the well with driller or wet and weight.
Okay.
Okay. When I can use volumetric method, when the circulation cannot be performed. For example, pipe of bottom, drill string or pit completely plugged, drill string is out of hole, washout here on the drill string has been cut and left in the hole, equipment failure like pump failure. You cannot pump inside the drill string. After the gas is reached below the BOP, I will switch to another method called lubricate and bleed method. Lubricate, that means you pump now volume for the kill mud and bleed gas from the manual choke. So what you will do in this method is called sometimes dynamic lubricate and bleed, because there is circulation or pumping. You will connect your pump or cement unit to the kill line, okay? And from the choke, you will start to bleed the gas only to replace the gas by mud. original or kill. Here, the hole without pipe. So the original mud is the gray color, and yellow is the gas after the volumetric method. The gas reached below the choke or at the surface. What I will do, the same volume I bleeded before from the hole, I will start to inject and pump inside the well from the kill line. After that, I will allow the pressure to increase, building up again with calculated value. I wait some time for lubrication. The kill mud start according to density to coming down, and the gas will be at the top for the hole. After that, I will start to open the choke on manual choke to bleed volume according to the pressure of gas. Repeated this situation, the mud will replace the gas inside the well, but where this only the volume below the BOB. Did you kill the well from the bottom till now? No.
No.
You need to find what is the reason to use the volumetric method or bleed, lubricate and bleed, and solve it to run back or stripping back to the bottom again to kill the well from the bottom. If you have, maybe you have push out in the drill string, so you use volumetric, lubricate and bleed, the gas is out, you need to stripping back to the surface, fix the leak joint or replace it, and run back again to the bottom, streaming back to the bottom to kill the well from the bottom. Okay. This is in simple the volumetric and lubricate and bleed. The volumetric method will end when the gas is reached to the choke.
Okay.
Lubricate and bleed start when the gas reaches to the choke till the gas is out from the hole. Each step you will pump mud and bleed gas, and between this step you will wait at least 15 minutes. So the mud will coming down,
Yes.
and the gas is up due to the difference in density.
Yes.
If you start to bleed and you find you bleed mud, you will wait another time till the lubrication happen. This is the objective for lubricate and bleed, and also it take long time actually for operation. So the volumetric method, this is under some extreme condition. That's why it's called from beginning unconventional method for killing operation. Yes, Mr. Saleh.
Yeah, Mr. Han, what if we are using oil-based mud?
What if you are using oil-based mud?
Yeah. It will not be the same waiting for the mud, right? The water-based mud, because it will be soluble, you know, in that one.
It will be a little bit different in the value at the surface, because at the final, when the gas is reached to the surface, it will separate out from the solution. So the value for kissing pressure will be higher than compared with the water-based mud.
Okay.
But you'll follow the same, and you replace it finally the gas at the surface, which is already separated and out of solution, with kill mud.
Okay.
Okay. Stripping procedures or stripping operation. As we said yesterday, the stripping, that means you are of bottom, you need to run back to the bottom again in closed BOB, control the bottom hole pressure to kill the well from the bottom and get the influx out. This is the objective for a stripping procedure. If you have flow while pulling out of hole, first you will secure the drill string. You will install full opening safety valve in open position, then closed at the surface. Then you install above the inside BOB on non-return valve. After that, you will take one stand adjust the closing pressure for the annular and close around the pipe and start stripping back to the bottom. While stripping to the bottom, you have option to stripping through annular or annular to pipe ram, or from fixed ram to fixed pipe ram, which is a more complicated method. It is depend on your policy, the configuration for the BOP, and the wellhead pressure or the type for the fluid.
Okay.
When you're stripping back to the bottom, each stand you're filling each stand, so you need to bleed the closed-end displacement to stripping tank.
Okay.
And if the influx in the hole is gas, so you need to use volumetric method to control the migration for the gas. Plus, you need to bleed off from the hole also the closed-end displacement. So you have two volumes to bleed off. One volume to stripping tank and another volume to trip tank. If you bleed more than this value for volume, you will go under balance. Your bottom hole pressure will be low. If you don't bleed, that means your pressure will build up. You may break the weak point. This is called here combined stripping volumetric procedure. But if you don't have gas in the hole, if you have only water or oil, it will be easy. Only your stripping, you focus only to bleed off the closed-end displacement for the pipe running inside the hole till you reach to the bottom. So it will be easier. But because you are work with the worst scenario, so all the time you will account to use combined volumetric and stripping operation. Assume that the influx is gas, okay? Casing pressure when you are going inside the bubble for the gas will start to increase. If you hold constant, that means you open the choke more, that means bottom hole pressure will drop. Any questions related to the effect on bottom hole pressure, you need to see what are doing on the choke. Closing the choke, bottom hole pressure will jump. Open the choke, bottom hole pressure will down, okay?
Okay.
Here, this is a stripping procedure if you don't have gas bubble inside the well pore. So here, only the volume you need to bleed equal to closed-end displacement for each stand you stripping inside the hole. If you have gas, it will be combined volumetric stripping operation. So you have two volumes to bleed, one related to the volumetric calculation and another related to the closed-end displacement for each stand. Okay. Now we'll talk about the kick tolerance. What is the kick tolerance?
It's the ability to take a kick, how much we can take a kick and control it.
Okay. This is we do while planning for drilling the well. From the office, from the drilling engineer, he calculates for each open hole section as a TD, for each open hole section. What is the maximum gas volume as influx you can take and successfully shut in the well and circulated without break the weak point? That's why it's called kick tolerance.
Yeah.
Actually, the kick tolerance is related already to the mass value and also to the time to react to shut in the well. If you shut in the well immediately without any delay, you reduce the number for barrier for influx. So you will be below the kick tolerance volume. If you exceed the kick tolerance volume, that means if you close the well or shut in the well, you will break the weak point. You cannot circulate or shut in the well on that volume. That's why we said, please shut in the well immediately without any delay. Now we'll talk about the top hole or shallow gas. When you are drilling the top hole section, which is unconsolidated or weak formation or loose formation gravel, we need to have some planning to control exactly this hole, and if it is contain high pressure shallow gas also. In surface operation, surface POB stack, usually we're rigging up the diverter. If there is shallow gas, I will divert the gas away from the rig first to burn it away down one direction, and I will close the diverter. I will increase the pump rate to the maximum for the pump, switch to water till the gas is depleted or out from the hole. This is we use during surface POB stack or land rig. In subsea, there is difference here for dealing with the shallow or top hole. If you expect it to have shallow gas, in some situation you will not install riser, you will drill blind. So the gas will not reach inside the riser, because if the gas coming inside the riser, it may cause collapse from the water depths around.
Okay.
In some situation, you can drilling with diverter and in the top for the riser, but precautionally, after you drill something called pilot hole. What is the pilot hole? This is small hole you drilled in the top hole section,
Okay.
just to test the formation and the influx volume. You get some data. After that, you come to enlarge this hole. This is as precaution, especially in exploration well.
Okay.
You need also to control the ROP to minimize the loaded annulus with the cutting to not have any losses. Use also viscous sweep instead of weighted bill to try to control the weight inside the well pool. Usually you have float valve in the string to not have any shallow gas at the surface inside the drill string. When you pump, when you're pulling out from the hole, to prevent the swapping effect, you need to pump out of the hole so you keep your hole full to prevent for the shallow gas problem or the bearing of the gas. This is some evaluation or planning how to deal with the shallow gas. Yeah. Okay. After that, we'll talk about the gas hydrate. What is the gas hydrate?
Some kind of icy material or whatever you say. I don't know, but when the gas react with the lower temperatures,
Yeah.
it forms icy material, and it plugs the chokes everywhere.
Okay. Thank you. The gas hydrate is ice mucus or formation of ice, or the gas convert to ice, which block the circulation or killing operation path. It can be happen in surface or down hole also during production. There is 4 conditions together can cause the gas hydration. First, relative high pressure,
Yes.
relative low temperature,
Yes.
and we said relative is not specific what is the low temperature. Okay, presence for vapor or water, which is usually fresh water, not salt water, and in case of you find hydrocarbon gas. 4 together met together will have gas hydrate. If you break one from the 4 condition, the gas hydrate will not form. So
The four
together.
must be together. Otherwise, it is not possible to form.
Yeah. If you don't have water and you have the 3 condition, you will not be able to have gas hydrate.
Okay, good.
Okay.
High
So
pressure, water, gas.
so during killing operation, it is normal. You have vapor for water. You have
Yes.
free gas at the choke. Downstream the choke, you have relative high pressure and in some area low temperature. So this is the best place downstream the choke because the variety in pressure and temperature downstream will cause the plugging for the remote choke. What's the problem? Stopping for the pass for circulation, build up pressure upstream inside the well pore, it can break the weak point. So how we can eliminate or solve this issue?
Pumping ethanol.
Yes, there is de-icing material or chemical or anti-freezing chemical is called glycol or methanol. You connect in surface PUB stack control line to small pump, pneumatic pump on upstream for the choke during well control, and you start to inject glycol and methanol. This will prevent the formation for gas hydrate. In subsea operation, really, it will be more difficult. We cannot pump glycol or methanol as surface PUB stack. So, and also there is long pass for a choke line and deckel line. So we can find gas hydrate. If the gas hydrate formed in the choke line, you will not be able to break this gas hydrate like in surface PUB stack.
Yeah.
Because this is something out of control down or below the sea level. In this case, you will use inhibited mud system. Already you add some inhibition chemical with the mud itself to try to prevent the gas hydrate. Okay.
Okay.
Here, this is the nucleus for the gas hydrate for different gas, methane, propane, and methanol. Removing, reduce pressure if possible, raise temperature line like in production, we can make heating for the production line. Use inject chemical inhibitor, methanol, glycol, or sometimes salt water, because the formation happen in case of fresh water. So when you increase the salinity for the water, you can break the arm for the water, so the gas hydrate will not form. Methanol and glycol, it depends on the availability on the location. But we prefer usually the glycol because glycol is less toxicity than the methanol. Okay, gentlemen?
Yeah, for raising the temperature, you mean physically, outside, from outside?
From outside, yeah.
Yeah.
This is on surface, yeah.
Okay.
If in downstream, you will start to flowing the well. The heating for the fluid, it may remove the gas hydrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The last point in the B&B section is related to rig safety drill and the crew training. Why we take this course and why all client asking all crew, all the personnel on the rig to be trained and they have certificate valid for well control. Why?
To be familiar with the process of well control and to be familiar with the procedures and to know the equipment and how to the procedures to run the equipment and everything. You know, it's just to be familiar, much better than the people whom doesn't know.
Yeah. to be sure you have enough knowledge in case of real situation for well control, you will act fast and quick and safe to control the well. So we have to perform training during operation in the rig for some drills, safety drills, like pit trip drill, shock diverter, BOB, H2S, firefighting, a lot of evacuation drill, escaping drill, a lot of drills regarding to the policy for the client. This drill we hold regularly for post crew on the rig site to make sure or to ensure that the crew is effectively recognized and can react with the kick while tripping or drilling or while controlling the shock or successfully divert the gas away. Yes, Mr. Saleh.
Shall the drills be announced as drills or make it serious?
It will be, what is the meaning for announce? Is not announce that mean I will do the drill. No. Before you doing the drill, according to schedule or the plan, the tool pusher, company man, and rig safety officer, the three only this there is drill only. Okay.
Okay.
After that, you will hit the alarm or whatever you will do. Then you will go the company man to the rig floor to see the response for the people to shut in the well. Yeah. At the same time, the other personnel will go to the master point, downwind direction, upwind direction.
Okay.
At that time, in the radio, you will say this is drill, not real situation. This is the meaning to be announced.
Okay.
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 But if it is real situation, you will say it is real situation. Please go a little bit fast.
Okay. Okay.
The shock, all types for drill must be held inside cased hole. It's not an open hole to avoid sticking. And also all drills must be follow the procedure for the client and also must be signed and documented and evaluated from tool pusher and the company man. If you find in the rig site you need to do more training, you can do. For example, shock drill you did before clean or drill out the float show for the casing. So you put some pressure in the well and you start to manipulate the choke for people training. Diverter, one time per well while install the diverter. Trip and pit drill according to the policy, but I think according to Aramco policy, it was minimum 2 times per week per each crew for the rig.
Yeah.
H2S drill was 1 per week, I think. Firefighting 1 per month. And you follow the policy to perform the rig site safety drill. Okay. Yes, Mr. Saleh.
Mr. Hani, just to make sure that I understand the bit drill and the let's say first the bit drill is just to change something in the active without the driller knowing and to see if he can catch it, right? If he can notice it.
Bit drill, this is while drilling or circulation.
Yes.
You raise the alarm or something, then the alarm sounded, so he will start to take action. Then the company man on rig floor, he will not allow the driller to close the BOB, but he see the response.
Yeah, usually we did it. We ask the dirkman to transfer some mud from the active, so there will be,
It can be,
yeah. And for the trip drill, it's also as you said, 2 times per week, or sometimes each trip.
Crew. Each crew. Trip drill while tripping out.
And for the timing regarding the bit drill, it should be less than 20 minutes for the excellent. I mean to stop the safety valve. And
no. It is
30 seconds or 20 seconds.
Maximum about 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes to secure the well.
Okay.
Less than 2 minutes. In some,
Okay.
this is depend on the well control manual for the client also. Check the policy. But
Okay.
I remember for Aramco, it should be around less than 2 minutes maximum to install full open safety valve, close it, and you start to close the BOP to shut in the well.
Okay.
Less than 2
Clear.
minutes. Okay.
Clear.
Okay. Okay, gentlemen. Any question?
Thank you. That was very, very nice explaining actually.
Okay, thank you very much. We reached to the end for second day for B and B part. Thank you.